All right, fellas, you know how this works. Is it your first rodeo? No photography of any kind. The entertainer asks for your presence and your presence alone. And your money. Did you bring money? Front row. How deep are those pockets? All right, you've seen her on your phone while you've been taking a shit in a restaurant bathroom. You've stuffed your firstborn's college fund into her panties. So now, please welcome to the stage the one, the only Jacq the stripper.
Hi. Wow, it's the last show. I better not fuck it up. I'm really excited. I'm really grateful for this process. I love that I put myself through this. And I love that this is the last fucking time. You ever been treated like shit by somebody who was in a lot of pain?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. How about skiing? Have you ever been skiing? I love skiing. My mom put me in my first pair of skis at 2.5 years old. Her name's Karen. But she spells it Karryn. Because she's different. So like when you're 2.5, skiing isn't really much of anything. We were just like in the backyard in these boots, just sort of like shuffling around. But by the time I was 15, my mom, my sister, and I all became instructors. Because that's how you get a free ski pass. And the single mother invented the life hack. I love skiing. I love going up the chairlift. The view is beautiful. But getting to the top is not the point. No, the real thrill is flirting with gravity as you go flying back down. I became rich and powerful at 23 years old because I discovered a bank between my legs. That's right, me checkings, savings, this one's bigger. And this is my investment firm. And if you're still not catching on, I was a stripper. And everybody wants to know. Everybody's like, what happened? How did a nice girl like you from the rolling hills of Caledon, Ontario, become such an enterprising slut? Well, I was in Australia on a working holiday visa, but you've only paid for an hour, so I'm going to give you the abridged version, which is that I was hungry. I was just tired of eating 99-cent bags of oatmeal, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going to shave the lower half of my body. I'm going to do a quick Google for gentlemen's clubs near me, and I'm going to go and audition. And I stripped all over the world for just shy of a decade. Yes, yeah, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, you should be wooing. It was the only job I ever took seriously. Okay, I was a waitress before, but I don't care about what you want. No, I don't want to refill your water glass. I want to sit in your lap and I want to listen to all your secrets. I could tell you about the daily specials, or I could just show you the prettiest roast beef sandwich you've ever seen. I got fired. No, I always wanted to be in show business. I wanted to be a dancer. But I just never thought I was good enough. Not talented enough, not technique enough, not rich parents enough. But with stripping, all you gotta do is show up and believe in yourself. Yep. And if you don't believe in yourself, you can believe in the rent you have to pay next week. So, I wrote this entire show with my bathwater. I'm a very serious artist. So after a year of stripping in Australia, of being so hot, making all this money, of having an accent, I got to be exotic. Me. But my visa was ending. So I was in the dressing room talking to this Kiwi stripper, and she was like, you should move to New York. You make a lot of money there. So, based on one stripper's opinion, not all my ideas are good. I pack up my assets, my plastic shoes, my G-string, my megawatt smile, and I move to New York, where I make just shy of $0 on the day shift. And I'm bleeding all of my reserves on a bedroom the size of a smart car in an apartment I shared with 3 other people. I was miserable. But I met this woman. She was so fun, so cool. Loved that I was a stripper. I mean, who didn't? And we started dating. And I kept traveling, trying to find the money, but I always came back to New York because she was there. And after 2.5 years of dating, which in lesbian is like a decade, DOMA is overturned, the Defense of Marriage Act. Yes, granting all same-sex couples the right to marry. Yes! Yes, and she had become my family. I wanted to make it official. So I bought a ring on Etsy. I proposed. And we went to the courthouse, we threw a party, and enjoyed a nice tax break. Marriage was a really good move for us. You know, it gave us status. We were suddenly part of an it girl power couple. It gave me stability. Like, no matter what weird shit happened at the club every night, I had a warm bed to go home to. And we saved a lot of money on rent. So much that we bought a house. Yeah. And she worked so hard, and I wanted to work hard beside her because I love to work. I love it so much. So I just dove straight in. I worked everywhere I could. I started drawing comics. I started painting. I designed a clothing label. I started doing stand-up comedy. I got hired by colleges and universities to talk about how flashing my gash for cash was a powerful feminist act. Yes! I was like, I see you, capitalism, and I raise you a rhinestone. I loved my life. I stacked my chips all night. I doodled in my sketchbook all day. And at 5 o'clock on Mondays, I'd go for brunch with a bunch of strippers. And we'd talk about entrepreneurship. We ordered everything, and we could talk about anything. I had run away with the slut circus. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged. I wanted to stay like that forever. I was sitting at the bar with my work wife, not to be confused with your legal wife. This is the one that you can actually tell everything to. And we toasted to stripping at 50. And in the beginning, getting hired was really easy for me, because even though I'm butt naked, I am still swaddled in thin, blonde, white lady privilege. So you just show up, and they're like, yep, come on in. We'll take 50%. And it was easy until it wasn't. So the end was rightfully in Las Vegas, Nevada. Stripper Mecca. The best place to strip, truly. People travel to Las Vegas and they have strip club built into the itinerary and dollar bills built into the budget. Nowhere else in the world is it set up like that, as far as I know. So anyway, whenever you want to be a stripper, you have to audition. And you always have to audition again and again and again. Because if you go away for a couple weeks and you come back, they make you audition again. And I was always gone, so I was always coming up and being like, doing my fantastic audition. And so I'm at this club where I've worked many times before. I walk in, I see the manager, I talk to the DJ. He's like, what do you want to dance to? And I'm like, Nickelback. You laugh. I love Nickelback. Because dads love Nickelback. And I love dads. They just want to be seen. Hey, Daddy. You just want to be seen and not resented. And for money, I will do that. So I'm getting up on stage. It's 4:00 in the afternoon. Because when you're a 30-year-old stripper, that's when you need to go and audition if you actually want to get hired. And it's empty. There's no one in there. But I'm on stage. I'm in my happy place. This is my home. This is where I serve. I'm dancing for me. So I'm walking around that pole. I don't climb it. No, I don't. No, nobody cares. Nobody, let me qualify. Nobody who's paying me cares about what I can do with my athletic body. No, every single person who paid me for almost a decade just wanted me to listen to your problems. No, these are my real money makers right here. Yep, so I'm walking around that pole, showing off my ears. I'm giving such a heartfelt performance that a man emerges from the darkness and comes and sits right at my stage. And he's got a $6 bills in his hands, and he just looks up at me and he goes,